Thank you. I'm out of the house. I'm out. Look at me, I'm out. And I was almost late getting here. It takes forever to get this hair looking like this. That's the opener, folks. I've been cooped up for 5 months. That's the best I could come up with. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll move on. I'm 64 years old, which means 4 years ago I was 60, and my wife came to me and she said, you need to get a physical. I said, for what? I feel fine. She goes, you don't wait for stuff to break until you go. You get maintenance done. And I gotta tell you, I was 35 pounds heavier at that time. So I go and have a physical. 7 days later, they call. I'm out of town. Tammy takes the call. She calls me up. She says, the doctor's office just called with your test results. I said, what'd they say? Tammy says, I'll paraphrase. Doctor said if you were part of a wildebeest herd, the lions would be circling you right now. I don't even know what that means. She goes, it means you're old and you're weak and you're gonna start exercising. That's what it means. She went out and bought 2 Fitbits, one for me and one for her. And what I didn't know is she signed on to be my friend. Yeah, which means my wife can actually monitor my movement. And she caught me in a lie. And I admit it, I lie to my wife. Not often, but if you've been married more than a week, you know what I'm talking about. There are just conversations I don't want to have. And she calls me up at 2 in the afternoon. I've been in a hotel room. I haven't left all day. And I knew she was going to ask, what'd you do today? And if I tell her nothing, she's going to give me this whole widow argument. Your heart's going to blow up. You're going to die. I'm going to be a widow. I don't want to hear it. So sure enough, she says, what'd you do? And I lied. I said, I went to the mall. I walked for a while, came back, had some breakfast. She goes, short walk. You've taken 91 steps all day. I said, how do you even know that? She goes, I'm your friend. I go, well, you're not my friend anymore. I did learn something that day. 4 trips to a commode at a Holiday Inn Express, 91 steps. Every day's a learning day, folks. Fitbit monitors your entire life. Fitbit will actually tell me how many times I get up in the middle of the night and use the restroom. And then Tammy will send me a text message. You were up 5 times. Why are you so restless? Well, Brad and Angelina split up. Who can sleep anymore, babe? And if that isn't bad, I'm watching Golf Channel, 10 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. She sends me a text message. Are you dead? You've taken 78 steps all day. I didn't have the heart to tell her most of that was because my foot fell asleep and I was banging it on the floor. Leave me alone, woman. She says, you need to find something to do exercise-wise. I go, like, what do you have in mind? She says, I've always wanted to ski. That's what my wife said to me. I've always wanted to learn how to ski. We've been married 34 years. That's the first mention of the skiing fetish I've heard come out of her mouth. We've watched 7 Winter Olympics together as man and wife. She never once leaned over while Lindsey Vonn was zipping down the slopes and said, boy, I'd love to learn how to do that. So I figured it out pretty quick. I said, look, Tam, I'm not taking up the sport that killed Sonny Bono at my age. You want the insurance money, you can poison me like other wives, I'll get a meal out of it. I tried skiing when I was in my 20s and I was coordinated. I got knocked unconscious by the chairlift. What more sign from God do you need? And if that wasn't humiliating enough, the insurance company refused to cover my head injury. Guy called me up at home and said, let me understand this. You got hit in the head with a chairlift. I said, yes, sir. He goes, well, that makes you a moron. And we consider that a pre-existing condition around here. Holy cow, they had me. And then my 60th birthday rolls around. That's a big birthday, 6-0. You know what she gets me for a gift? This is my 60th birthday gift. 12 hours with a personal trainer named Todd. Hi, Jeff, I'm 2% body fat Todd. Well, hey, 2%, I'm 80% flabby Jeff. How you doing? First question he asked me, how long has it been since I had an exercise program? Well, let me ponder that one, Tado. It's gonna take a while to do the math here. I'm 60. Well, 60 years, 9 months. Didn't take that long at all. To be honest with you, Todd, I haven't moved with any purpose since I won the race at conception. Yeah. Thank you. I think I outran 3 billion that morning, Todd. I'm still exhausted. We'd all exercise if the weight we gained was in a different place on our bodies. Where do we gain weight? Our stomachs and our behinds. It's not in our way. A couple pounds on your forehead would get you to a gym. and I can't see nothing. Hey, you want a donut? No, I'm running out of hats. And Tammy's dieting now. Dieting, she's on keto. We've tried paleo, we've tried Atkins, now it's keto. Wants to get into ketosis. I don't care. I have cookies in my office in the basement. I was handing out cookies to my grandchildren one day. One of you will betray me. 3 times before that rooster crows on Sesame Street. And my grandson, is it me, Papa? It is you. Look at the crumbs on your lips. Did you get any of that in your mouth? So I'm unpacking the groceries for the big keto buy, and I come across rice cakes. Now, I've never had a rice cake, never eaten a rice cake, don't know what they are. And all I see is the word cake on the package. So I call her out on it. I go, baby, I thought cake was a no-no with the keto. She says, no, that's for our cheat day. What? Apparently, you get a cheat day. You can eat whatever garbage you want 1 day a week. So a couple days went by. I was ready for my cheat day. I remember we have cake. So I run to the pantry. I pull out the rice cakes. I rip one open. I'm feeling it. It kind of feels like a brake pad, you know. But it's cake. How bad can it be? Oh, Lord. I took a bite. It never made it to my throat. I said, baby, these are stale. She says, no, that's the way they are. I said, then this isn't cake. It's caulk. It's not food. This is insulation. These people should be sued. I gave the rest of them to our 3 dogs. You eat them. The dogs scarfed them up and went in my front yard and passed a thermos. You guys have been great. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
So you're back to finally doing shows again, huh?
I am. I've been on the road doing clubs, and it's an interesting. I got to tell you something though before, because I was on this whole diet thing. And, kale. Have you had kale? I mean,
not on purpose, but I have had some of it before. Yeah.
You can't put enough ranch dressing on kale to make it taste good, and it's like Quidzo in my house now. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. And kale chips. Are you familiar with kale?
I've seen them, but I refuse to eat those things.
It's kale leaves.
Do I look like a guy that eats kale?
No.
Come on.
No. But it's kale leaves on a cookie sheet, put in the oven on singe. So Tammy pulls out these smoldering heap of weeds, and then she throws them on my plate. And I said, what is this? She said, it's kale. I said, it's a brush fire. Are you kidding me? And I tried to give them to my dog. My dog refused. And the dog eats the cat litter. So I'm just saying, that's all you need to know about kale. I'm done. So,
But you do have like a new comedy coming out on Dry Bar Comedy.
I did. My second special is out now, and it's called Honor Thy Wife. And basically that's it. She says, you get diagnosed, you honor her, and you get diagnosed. She got all over me about the ADD. She says, I know you got it, and it's driving me insane. And I said, so why are you bothered by it now? She goes, what do you mean now? I go, look, if I've had ADD, I've had it for 64 years.
Yeah,
it's not, you can't catch it on a toilet seat. It's not a virus. So it's not like you go to the mall, and 2 weeks later, I'm so distracted, I can't hold a thought. Tammy, I think I caught the ADD. I knew I should have wore a mask. I knew it.